All right, bro. So my sister called and she's telling me about what's going on in her life, stuff like that. She had trouble sleeping. Called Big Bro. That's excellent because that's something that we're working on. We want to make a regular thing. So I hope I didn't mess it up. I was doing a really good job. I think I was a little bit distracted though because I expect to be able to see myself, but I have the camera turned the other way. I was a little bit distracted because I've been making these videos. I made, a video today about AM, PM, and perfection and correction, and the human concept of sort of self and what's good and what's okay. Um, and so the first reason I was distracted was because on the call, she says to me that very cold. Sorry. She says to me that she's working on this project and it has to be perfect. Um, she said something like that, and I sort of chuckled, and because I had been something about how it has to be perfect, and um, and so um, and that made me realize something that was missing from my previous videos was that, of course, you know, let me be a little bit more sympathetic with you guys that it's not your fault all this perfectionism and stuff. It's not, it's the human mind. Once it was able to accomplish just a couple of things, it or no, just one of the things that it evolved was the ability to judge accomplishment, um, and the motivation, the ambition to do better, and that's how these things exist. The things around me exist. That's how you are hearing this, etc. So that's cool in some ways. But now we're just like thinking, but so it's really easy for the human brain to then think that like no mistake should be made, and for it to be confusing that the brain systematically is always just like doing things that don't match reality, that literally the senses not matching reality, and then also the judgments just not matching anything that could be called reason or correct or true. So and we don't realize it's crazy. I mean, you look around the world, it's like obviously think mistakes are being made, but the brain is just like incapable of being like, oh, I'm contributing to the mistakes, I'm making mistakes. It's gosh, it's so wild. I'm upset now. But let's look at it as it's funny because we're just a bunch of cavemen who like put on funny accents and funny ties, funny pieces of cloth, and then came up with funny rules for our grunting and our squinting and all that, and nobody knows what they're doing. I've always been confused in life. I thought other people weren't, and a lot of people, um, can feel this way. I was assuming, so I was be like have a question. I didn't feel like I had the answer to it, and everybody else seemed to feel like they had the answer to it. So I was like, all right, what's the answer? They're giving me the answer. I'm like, huh, that's the answer. And then I'm asking them follow up questions, and they're not able to answer them and help me understand. And so I'm like, oh, what's going on? Every time I try to dig, I can't. I can't. There's no more. What's going on? Am I stupid? Am I just really not understanding? And sometimes, of course, yes. And other times, um, no, we're just pretending. We're not doing it on purpose. Words come out, and then we think there's a whole lot going on behind them, and there isn't. We're really good at being confident, certain, arrogant, um, but we're not that good at life, actually. Um, and it's the okay. So here's the first thing that distracted me in the conversation was that I should be more sympathetic. Jobs, for the past couple hundred years, and especially for the past several decades, for most people or educated people, um, perfection is demanded. Because bosses are also stupid humans who ask stupid fucking questions like, "Are you 100% sure? And are there any mistakes?" And then when mistakes happen, what? There was a mistake, and mistakes are constantly happening. We're even noticing them a lot, not nearly even most of the time, even a significant portion of the time, but sometimes they're super consequential. A market crashes, a business fails, a product fails, whatever, or people are unhappy, people aren't getting what they need. So obviously a lot of mistakes are happening, and yet we are shocked to where if by we see a human commit a mistake, like, oh, this human's no good at it. It's I'm so upset. So yeah, your jobs, your bosses, yes, are telling you like, hey, I don't want any mistakes on this. Hey, there were two mistakes on that. What the hell? Um, and then we're getting in trouble for that, and then that person's getting replaced, and then the next person makes mistakes, and then they get replaced, and so on. And so so it's easy for me to say, yo, guys, stop being such perfectionists, because I don't have to be perfect. I can ramble for 20 minutes, get 10 views, and my life goes on. Luckily, because I have a family, and it's so funny, isn't it? Like, if you're really rich and make money from your parents' money, or your parents, whatever, that, like, something, you got a position through your family, whatever. Um, we don't really bat an eye. I feel a terrible guilt every time I acknowledge that my family is the reason I'm able to have some couscous. Isn't that so stupid? What kind of stupid brainwashing? This idea that I'm supposed to be born in the world and I'm supposed to just like reject. If it is in this, like, this is like the blue collar sort of mentality of a man coming from nothing, right? So he can't be someone who's being supported by family. He's got to go be immediately making his own money. But then we don't we I mean we mention every once in a while about the rich, but but as long as they turned that million into 2 million, we're like, all right, cool. But then everybody else has to just start from zero and get to their million in order to go make it to 2 million. Look, and then of course another part of the brainwashing is the whole money thing. Okay, I must sound absolutely manic. There are links in here, I promise. Well, I have the impression. I have the impression. I'm playing dress up though, so maybe literally all that might have been gibberish. There were no links, and I just had the impression there were. Anyway, let's get back on topic. So, my shame aside, my stupid capitalist industrial revolution, stupid American definition of man shame aside, my life goes on if I'm not perfect. Your life doesn't. You get fired. You are imperfect in paying your rent by missing it a few times by a couple of weeks. You got an unhappy landlord. What? You weren't perfect. You didn't pay it, blah, blah. Or even you're so imperfect that you gotta go 2 months without being able to, two full moon cycles without being able to pay for where you sleep. Whoa, you're super imperfect. Get the fuck out. Now, you got to go sleep on your family's couch, whatever. Okay. All right. I get it. The stakes are really high for you. But I mean, I'm on the same planet. And also, if I didn't have ADHD, I would be going and working a a job enough to pay for my couscous and then coming back here and making these videos. So you could do that too, actually. So you could, I mean, and like a simple job, a mindless job. You fucking picking grapes during vine season. You can go work in McDonald's. You can just do whatever. You can just do anything if and just limit your needs. All right. I'm not gonna give financial advice. Am I recording all this shit? All right. So, all right. All right, we're playing dress set. And unfortunately, Cairo, my sister, made a comment, and I was going to explode if these voices didn't go out loud, if these thoughts didn't go outside, and so that the next ones can follow. And so uh, I was distracted because, oh yeah, true. Work requires that we pretends that it has this stupid expectation of us being perfect, then we continuously fail it, and we're stressed by it. How we're so unhappy. All employees are so unhappy because all the responsibilities falling on them for whatever they're working on, and it has to be perfect, and then we feel shame when it is. It's all so silly. And also work-life balance. Okay, I guess it's what you have to do if you're gonna. I don't have work-life balance. You think I have work-life balance? No. I wish I could. Okay, so first of all, the human brain lived for life. There isn't work-life balance. There's life, and part of life is going and getting something to eat. Okay? Wake up in the morning, go for a little hunt, bring something back, hopefully. And otherwise, no big deal. Otherwise, no big deal. We'll eat tomorrow then. We we can handle going without eating it for a day. So anyway, so work life balance, right? So there was not a life was just existing in this field, interacting, talking. What life is for Neo, looking around, running around, just activity, just whatever. Because there's no divine purpose, right? Plants, they're just gone like this. Like that. That's life, right? Dogs are doing a little more than that. And then humans, we're capable of doing a whole bunch of stuff with our time. And life, this is life. What you and I are doing right now, this is kind of life. I'm having a thought and I'm sharing it with you. I'm sitting here with my dog, having some drink, affecting how I feel. I'm just existing, bro. Okay. So that's what the brain evolved for. When I'm hungry, I'll go eat. When I don't have anything to eat, I wish I was gonna go for hunting. I'm gonna drive to the store. Um, but it's treacherous, the path, because there's a whole lot of potholes and stuff. Because I'm up in these hills, and so you know. Anyway, and also I have to deal with people that I don't know, and oh gosh, I would have to smile. I gotta speak Spanish. Look, it is a bit of a hunt, to be honest with you. It is a bit of a hunt when I go buy my box of couscous at the Lidl. Oh shit, I should have used a grocery store at the Kroger, I'll say. Oh, and then people are walking on the left, not using their signals in their roundabout. They're standing in line, and they're blocking the way, the walkway thing. It's fucking terrible out there. All right, so these are things that really upset me. So, and if you can relate to that, then you're with me. So anyway, so I'm living my life, except I feel an enormous pressure because I My parents aren't, they feel an obligation to, regardless of what I want, to provide for me financially. So when I didn't want it, they were doing it anyway. Uh, and anyway, we're not gonna get in that. So the point is that sometimes my dad's like, my dad will mention, and also, oh, they have fucking student debt. I hate this world so much. How does a non-graduate with learning disabilities, who, when he called his university like a few years ago, said, yeah, you're at about a sophomore level, about a second year level, so you'd have to pick up again at second year. Hold on. When I started at you guys last time, I was at a junior. What is going on? So I still had two. How? I have no diploma. I what am I paying? How are my parents struggling with tens of thousands of dollars in debt? So I have an enormous pressure. Um and I've got two enormous pressures. One, I gotta stay on this earth. Because otherwise they'd say, oh, we'd never get over it, blah 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 blah. Okay, so I gotta stay here. So then two, I gotta be able to, I gotta be on some track to justify this, that I'm existing on their fucking silver, because they need their silver to pay for a bunch of stuff that nobody benefited from. Anyway, so I have to. So okay, so one, since I have to stay on Earth, I'm not gonna go interact with humans more than I have to. So I'm not gonna go get one of those jobs. I'm not gonna sign up. Hey, boss, what kind of mission? What needs to what do I need to contribute to this world? Oh, I need to type this up. Oh, okay, that's gonna be my contribution to what again? Oh, so that they make more money. Oh, so there's more kinds of shoes in the world. So there's more. Oh, so that more people get served more quickly their beer. What? Okay. So I'm not gonna do that, because then I'll okay. So their number one thing is, oh, we need you to be here. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. So maybe, so then, okay. So I have to justify. Okay, well, changing the world would justify, or having contributed a little something to that. That would justify. Well, wish my, I must be manic. All right, let me slow down a second. All right, I wish that this time that I had with my dad, I wish I had been able to explain the ideas to him, and he goes, wow, look what you've been making of yourself, look what you've been making of your time, look what you've been producing. Wow, this is really cool stuff. I wish the trip ended with him going, with him wanting to, with him learning more about it, thinking more about it himself, contributing to the ideas, and having in his mind images of these things being published, and his name being remembered, since we share a name. And even though the first thing on my Wikipedia page will be Arasil, under my photo it'll say born Francis Edmund Lawrence Jr. Parents Francis Edmund Lawrence. Ooh, who's Francis Edmund Lawrence? Okay, it's a red link. But then you go to the biography section of Arasil and you see more about Francis Edmund Lawrence. That's why he wants to discourage me. He doesn't have much confidence in how that paragraph will read. Born to an English father, Francis Edmund Lawrence Sr. has been described as. Don't worry, it'll be nice. I love you. So anyway, so so that would have been really cool. Would have taken, at least my dad gets what I'm doing. He sees what it is. And so I'm not just out here dicking around smoking hash and just driving around Europe just existing. I'm fucking working on something. All right, so that plan didn't work. Dad actually is one of the few people in my life who could have understood these things that we're working on, sort of intellectually, but it didn't work out. Okay. My mom's super supportive, understands, some of it. Um, um, you know, maybe not enough to be able to compare it to other ideas or evaluate its importance or imagine its future, but that's okay. Dad could have. Woe is me. All right. So if that doesn't work, if I can't just like share it with one of the parentals and they're like, great. Hey, it's worth it. Keep it up. All right. So that doesn't work. Then I have to just keep thinking, keep producing, and just keep fucking, I guess, hoping. I'm just compulsively thinking of trying and just keep, okay, so what's wrong with that idea? And just keep going and just keep making things and ideas and ideas. And nothing will ever be good enough. And that's okay. I'm good with that. I'm really good with I love it. I get a kick out of it, of thinking and of trying to invent and understand and transmit. I get a kick out of it. And just quantity, quantity, quantity. I mean, of course, quality of the revisions and stuff, but I'm looking where, hopefully there is some gem. And then even if my parents die thinking, oh gosh, we could have gone to France twice a year instead of once a year if we didn't have all that fucking money we wasted on that van kid. Even if that happens, it'll be wrong on the Wikipedia page. All right, I have a very supportive mom. So okay, so that's option number two. But I can never know that. I won't know in my lifetime, and I need I feel compelled. So here we go. Option number three. It's being recorded, and this is the best I can do. The ideas wouldn't come out if I tried to assign to my ADHD brain to prepare, review, practice, and outline. That's not how this one works. I'm doing my best. So here we go. I'm recording my rambling, hoping that there's something useful in it for my legacy, for my justification of my impositions here. Or maybe I'm so charming and funny and smart. I have such a nice smile. I gotta brush my teeth. Maybe other people will watch some ads and pick up some things from these ideas, validate my work, not the ideas themselves, because the ideas can be wrong, but validate my commitment to it. So then I'm gonna learn. They want to see. They see how I learn from these ideas. They show me how they're wrong. I learn. Okay, blah blah. I make something better. Oh, that's great. Okay, good. I'm a good thinker. I come up with good stuff. Or if I don't come up with good stuff, then I come up with, uh, I come up with stuff, and I come up with stuff that's better than that stuff. And sometimes the stuff I come up with is better than the current stuff in general. And great. That's awesome. And then all I gotta do is watch some ads. Then I got a little check coming. Then my parents can focus on all the loans they took out so that I could have a diploma, a piece of paper to tell me that I'm able to juggle and be perfect at lots of different tasks, but I'm not. And so I don't have that paper. But I basically, fuck, I don't know. Yeah, you understand. So just let this be my apology. Jesus. Anyway, what a joke. The world. Me? I I think you're brainwashed, bro. I mean, I'm funny, but I think that what I if you wanted to phrase it as a nice coherent story, what happened was I resisted the modern pressures you live by. I wasn't actually even up to it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't play dress up like y'all. I could not do it. Um, all the different social codes couldn't do it. This is how you have to say this. Oh, but it's the same thing though, right? Like, Oh no, because they'll interpret it that way if I say it just like that. So I have to. Oh, could not do it. This is just. It's not. It's not. It wasn't even unwilling. I really wanted to, because I mean, I thought it's either membership or not. Couldn't do it. Oh, so I gotta be at this place on time, and then I gotta spend my evening an hour thinking about this thing, really investing in it, doing a perfect job. An hour thinking about this thing, and investing, doing a perfect job. I'd love to. I don't have the neurons that do that. I don't have that kind of setup. Um, and then also, you have to, look a certain way, dress a certain way. You have to, get more money, bigger house, all that stuff. All that stuff. Okay, I'll take some credit for that. The other stuff, I wanted to keep up, couldn't do it. But I'll take some credit for I was like, nah, on the what matters is money and status and power and all that stuff, and more of it. And that's what accomplishment is, and blah blah blah. And this is how to dress. And why does he have pouches? Because it's fucking practical. That's why I always have pouches. If my hands get dry, I have lotion. If I gotta tape something, I have tape. If I gotta really attach something, I got some super glue. If I'm petting my dog and he's got a little tick, I got a thing for that. I got my keys. Let's say I went for a little walk with my dog, and then all of a sudden I need to put him on a leash. Well, bam, I got a bloody leash, bro. It's a cat leash, so you shouldn't pull on it too hard. But look at that on my. Can you see that? Okay. If I want to lock something real quick, I'm about to leave. I want to leave my backpack here. I just gotta make it a little bit complicated for the person. Boom, padlock. All right. It's just okay. What else? Got some notebooks. Got some business cards. What do you? I got a pouch with mics and a selfie stick. What do you? It's practical. Oh, this is not how we're supposed to dress. I didn't actually get upset when that guy said that. But as I think about now, about the silliness of y'all's dress up and how commendable I am for resisting those pressures. Um, sorry, I guess it just got me worked up for a second. Or, I was trying to get you to understand too. So. Um, but because I know humans are like, if you point out that something is different, what, am I supposed to do that? That's how humans respond. So that's what I was kind of doing. But anyway, okay. And then another guy, and this was a different night. He said he asked for take a video of my outfit, and he goes, "Oh man, and you got the keys." And I just remember thinking, "That's so funny. These are normal." You know what? It is a bit excessive because I have 3 bike locks and only no, I have two. I have 3 bike. There, we've gotten off. Sorry about that. Okay, so um, we're playing dress up. Okay, so those are the 2 points of this video. One, the perfect, the pressure to be perfect isn't just coming from you. You're not the only human brain. It is also coming from the system of human brains that you've given your life to. Okay, we're gonna get back to the work-life balance in a second, but let me so that some people can get off here. Second thing is, but understand that it's fake. Okay, so yes, although the system demands perfection and encourages this culture of like, I do perfect things, I do not deviate from doing perfect. I am capable of doing perfect things, and that is what I do in order to meet the requirements of my position. I do that all the time, blah, blah, blah. Even for missions that I don't really have any emotional tie to. So therefore, so then my emotional tie becomes just being perfect. Just know it's all bullshit. Watch I don't know whether I've published it, but watch the video or read the chapter itself about the incompetency thing. Like what's the law of incompetency thing? Starts with a P, somebody's law. Anyway, basically, all things reach a level where they are no longer competent. Everybody goes past their actual competency. Um, it doesn't like the person that you have isn't like the most qualified for this thing. It's hold on, I'm doing this wrong. There's a lawyer, and there's a person who has filled the role of lawyer. That is not because this person is perfectly suited to this job. In fact, the person was suited to some job beneath lawyer. And because of that, the concept of lawyer came because we always push it a little bit farther. And then we and then we push a few levels deep into our incompetency or beyond our a few levels past our competency. And I'll leave it. He obviously said it better. All right, hold on. Let me just tell you who it was. If that book is here, otherwise. All right. So then some. All right, let's just look at this real quick. Come on, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I gotta articulate more. Okay, so in The Mechanism of Mediocrity, no, I don't think so. Numerable chance. Principle of inertia. Because it was after. Give me. Just fast forward a second. Robbie, you can definitely fast forward 10 seconds. And if I haven't sat down, if I'm not reading it, then go more. But it has. Doesn't it have to be. Oh my god, damn it. It was The Mechanism of Mediocrity. Sorry about that. Okay. The Mechanism of Mediocrity, Nicholas G. Carr. In 1969, a Canadian-born educator named Lawrence J. Peter pricked the maidenhead of American capitalism. In a hierarchy, he stated, every employee tends to rise to his level of incompetence. He called it the Peter Principle. I knew it started with a P. The Peter Principle, and it appeared in a... okay, the generalized Peter Principle. In evolution, systems tend to develop up to the limit of their adaptive competence. Everything progresses to the point at which it founders. The shape of existence is the shape of failure. Okay, that's my whole point. All right, so we got a lot of coffee, by the way, too. So it's all dress up. It's all fake. So watch the AM PM video, and yeah, you're gonna make mistakes. Mistakes will be made, and you will make some. Just remember we're playing dress up. Oh, and there's this thing I thought was funny, where I say to my sister, who I had been saying in the call. Oh yeah, so people can leave. All right. All right. So anyway, whoever's still there, everybody leave quietly, please. Mom, try to look. Mom, look up here. Don't worry about them. They're leaving. Guys, please keep it down. All right. So work-life balance is a obviously it's an invented thing, but it also doesn't match the brain. This concept of like compartmentalizing these relationships, these relational instincts, motivations, focus, commitments, values, whatever. To have one whole like life brain thing for work. These are the people I work with. These are not my life friends and family. These are just my work. And this is the show Severance. The only way that it would actually, I think, be possible for the human brain to have work-life balance would be as they do it in Severance, which is that the two selves have that you're, yeah. Anyway, watch the show Severance or read about the premise. And so anyway, so it's this absurd thing. So ideally what you want to do is, as general wisdom says, find something that you love doing, where you're not working. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. Uh, uh, I have no work-life balance. That's not like a real thing to me. I am living my life, and what my life is working on these ideas. Uh, Trying to understand the mind and explain to minds what the mind is, and figure out some ways that we can do better. And so that's what this video is. That's I am happy to be a martyr to that cause. To that I'm happy to live out here. I'm cold as hell right now. Not cold as hell, but I'm pretty cold. Fingers are starting to actually get cold, but we're not gonna think about it. And and hey, you know, I'm committed to the thinking stuff. I'm committed to just being out here, watching TV and thinking, and then reading some stuff, making these videos, and having to fucking. Obviously, I'm not editing this one much, but just even putting them, export it, making the files because it has to go through Final Cut Pro because it's file anyway. So sorry about that. So my sister, um, she's very good at playing dress up. Literally very good at makeup. She's already very beautiful. Current. She doesn't have natty, not natty. What am I trying to say? Nappy hair. Which violates part of the dress code at this stupid Western themed party club that she's a part of. So she's able to have her hair pretty straight, or to just straighten it, or to have some cute curls because that is kind of fun as long as it's not nappy. And she's light skinned but with a little color. So and then she can speak this eloquently, language is it's meant to be spoken with big words and blah blah, and she can I'm gonna go to this job, and I mean no, she struggles like everybody, but when she does play dress up, she does really fucking well. She wins. She's the best. She gets recognized. She gets it done. She gets the positions. She's awesome at it. I think that if I didn't have the autism thing, I think I also would have been really good at it. I think I could have won the rat race. Oh no, and also the ADHD thing, and also if I were more compelled by the money thing. But if I had those things, I swear I could have won the rat race. And so she has a lot of the things, but it's all fake. She can get to her appointments, get to her job, get her desk on time, but she's not sleeping. She can get her projects done. She can do a really good job at them, but she spent her lunch on them, or she was really, or maybe she made a mistake and then she feels guilty and she wants to rationalize because like, okay, well, how much are they paying me for it? And I don't know. That sounded whatever. So she can definitely win the rat race. She's really good at playing dress up. She's got what the role, a lot of the things that the role requires. Especially when she's on stage. I mean, it's not really her, so it's stressful to maintain it 24/7, to be this person who's like juggling all these things and accomplishing these things and regulating their emotions, and also clearly communicating and expressing themselves when appropriate, and has a boyfriend and friends and has to I think I almost threw out. So but it's all fake. And this is when I said to her that we're basically cavemen wearing funny clothes. And then we just pronounce it funny. Instead of saying we're wearing clothes, we say, instead of saying we're wearing clothes, we say, Oh, these are clothes. Oh, yes, there's an E, and it modifies the grunt in the middle. So it becomes clothes, not cloths, you primitive fool. Guffaw. The fuck? I said guffaw to indicate that's what I'm doing. I'm guffawing. Because I don't really know what guffawing is, but I associate it with this personality, this character that I'm doing. Then I realized that it could also be heard as the fuck. And so then I wanted to make sure to drive that home, even though that wasn't actually intended when I was guffaw. And so then I say to her that we're playing dress up with these. Oh, we have these complex grammatical rules and stuff, and we do. But then people don't. And because I forgot for half a second, she almost would have. For half a second, I forgot that she isn't one of the people who says, who uses the subject pronoun I in place of an object pronoun when it's plural, when she's with someone else. So she'll say, "Oh, can you, so then I remember this because I'm about to say that other people make the mistake. I remember this. She always is doing this, and which is it's just so funny because because it's the either educated people or people who pride themselves on their education or their intelligence, um, that are in or the image of that are going to say things like I like, can you get a photo of my friend and and so it's just really dress up because we are failing at all this stuff that we pretend to do and know and understand and be able to accomplish. It's all bullshit. And so we just it's all such bullshit. And the way like language has evolved just according to what was associated with the richer community, and it's all such bullshit. And so then you have someone who, you know, would be thrown off if anyone described them as, not speaking English correctly. Except they don't. They it's like a kid wearing a suit, wearing a tux and having his pocket square and putting it in like in a front pocket, in a pant pocket. Um, that's what it's like. It's so cute and annoying because it's not. It's like a kid who's like, actually, listen to me. I really, this is real. Don't break character. This is real. Yeah, but this is all bullshit. Why are you wearing those cloths? They don't even make sense. Every few decades, the correct cloths. No, 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 it's clothes, Eris. We said it's clothes. It sounds fancier. Please, let's call it clothes. Okay, sorry, your clothes. And then you come up with this complicated system, but you're putting the pocket square in your pant pocket and stuff. And you want me to not break character, but how do I take you guys seriously? And then you tell me that. What'd you say? You're using words like reasonable, and then because I follow Christian Instagram, right? So all these pages where these people are using these words, and it's like they're supposed to be making sense, except they aren't, and they're using these crazy things that now it's not they're not crazy themselves, the things that they're using, but the things that they're using just do not lead to the conclusion. Therefore, there is a God. Jesus is God, and blah blah blah. And they're like, whoa, whoa, yeah, that proves it. And these, oh my God, oh Lord, oh Lord. So I guess my whole point is, if you're ever stressed as you play dress up, just remember everybody's playing dress up. It's okay if you put the pocket square in the pant. Somebody points it out, just you can just move it, but it's all a joke, bro. Just get something that makes a teeny bit of money and go live your life, bro. And don't fucking get a mortgage or an apartment or rent, bro. Don't do it. Be able to move, live life. Go live in a tent or a vehicle with a bed in it, please. It's the only way to be able to stop playing dress up. And you can just like sit here and just be like an actual Homo sapiens who's just like walk in here. And you can look at, you can still see everybody playing dress up. Oh, so cute. So cute. Oh, are you cold? Or what are you gonna do to pay the bills this month? Are you worried? Oh, bills. Oh, you're so cute with your bills and invoices and facture and oh, and you're able to do all that. Oh, and just like your normal. Oh, oh, oh no, they cut off the water and there's no stream near. Actually, I don't have a stream. Actually, I don't have a water source. But that's okay. I mean, you can, that's part of the human experience to go walk to water. But anyway, back to making fun of you. And your cute little buildings. Aw. Aw, and you have a little leak. Aw. You have a neighbor. Aw. And you have some distant, awkward small talk with your neighbor, the person who is that close to you and who is, except not at all. And aw, cute little thing. Or you're gonna have coffee together. You're gonna go to a little cafe. Aw, so cute. Aw, does my dog scare you? Aw, should he be on a leash? Aw, here, get off. I gotta make a point about how we're doing something stupid. All right, go be free, Neo. Go be free, Neo. Oh, sorry. Did I say that too intensely? Go, Neo. Go be free, Neo. And let's not do this dress up thing where you oh, dangerous animal. I'm losing. I gotta pee. So all right. We're gonna go. All right. But anyway.